Hey guys, it's John V3 IPS back from Dayton 2025. We've had days of rain here, so I have not had a chance to get out and try a new antenna I picked up. This is the Spooltenna. I was very excited to get this antenna because you guys know me, I'm impatient and I want to have quick deployment. So what does that mean? Well, I don't want speaker wire antennas to get all tangled up, so I want to use proper wire that's not going to get tangled and a quick way to pull it in and pull it out. And why? Because you're pulling a 67-foot piece of wire to go up into a tree or across the way for NVIS or up a pole or an inverted V. So very important to kind of roll it in, roll it out without getting tangled and all that. So this is a spool antenna. KO4HUI makes it, and I think he's done a fantastic job. They're at Spooltenna.com, and BNC connector on it, which I love because I use buddy pole coax cables. I've had them for years. They're kind of built kind of mil spec. I've never had issues with it, and to keep things light, I'm okay with RG58 coax. Now, this is an end-fed half-wave antenna, 4010. It's the Parks edition. And what that means is that the antenna design is 40 meters, 20 meters, 15 meters, and 10 meters. So it'll operate on the double, so 40 to 20 and 20 to 10. So that's the way it works. And then on 40 meters, a 40-meter dipole will also work on 15 meters. You probably need a tuner to tune up here or not. But this antenna, when you configured it, you don't need a tuner. No tuner required. So with my FT818 or my 705, or even if I take out my 703, it has a built-in tuner, but I don't need it because this antenna will cover all those bands. These are the money bands. I'm either activating on 10, 20, or 40, and if it's open overseas, I'm on 15 meters trying to work Japanese hams on 15 meters. So those are the only bands that are required. The work bands would be nice, but that would be 17 meters, 24 megs. I don't know, not too many people use it. So when I'm in the park, I want to be where people are going to find me and get me on the air. The other thing I like about this, there's a couple of different ways you can hang it. So I've added a carabiner here. I'm going to replace that with some stainless steel ones. And then there's the wire connection and also the ability to put a ground on it. So that's, hand, pocket size, right? That works out perfectly. So the dilemma I have now is, to put I want all this into a kit bag. So I've been looking at some different pouches and stuff like that I can put this in. Add some rope. This may be too much, and some sort of ground stake. So if I put it up as an inverted V, or if I run it across as an L, I got my BNC coax, and I also got my PAC 10 1-to-1 choke that I use. So you do need a choke with this antenna. Optimum placement for me is 10 feet of coax to the choke from the antenna, and then I got 20 feet of RG316 back to the radio. So the first 10 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet, depending on calculations, you can use 10s, close enough, will allow you to provide that ground side and not require to have a specific ground wire. But Spooltenna decided to say, hey, you know what? We'll give the customer the option. You can configure it which ways might be applicable to you. So you do have the option of also adding a ground wire element to it. So that's a pretty good idea. And there's some good information in here too, which was a little bit of a surprise. Sometimes you get these antennas and nothing comes with it except the photocopy. So quick start guide, really it's just connect it and spool the wire out. You suggest using a screwdriver. I could probably use the ground stake, and then you could pull the wire out, and then you could spool the wire back in when you're finished your activation. He talks about a strain relief, a couple ideas here, and also suggested using some ferrites on your coax, right? So that's the common mode choke. This antenna does suffer from the ability of RF energy coming back and riding along the the outer shield of the coax and getting into your radio. Test results, very good, right? Covers all the bands, no problem. Serial number 190. He tests all these antennas before he ships them out and prints out this guide. And owner's manual. So here's a copy of the owner's manual. It's got some configurations and a couple ideas here, mounting it at the top, mounting it at the bottom. You can do some experiments with that. So very good, all packaged up in a nice little box. I can't wait to go ahead and try this out. And, you know, you're probably going to have to assemble some bits and pieces for this kit in order to set it up the way that you want. But you definitely are going to require some paracord on either side, probably a couple of ground stakes. You may want to have a telescopic pole. I have a Soda Beams and the ham radio dude one that works very, very well for an inverted V configuration. So that might be something to add to the kit. But this one here, when I get out to the park, I'm going to do it with no poles or anything like that. Get the wire up in the tree and slope it down from an angle and operate from in there and give it a go and go out and make some contact. So 73s, I'll get another video out here once it stops raining and I can get out and actually try this antenna. I'm very excited to try it. It's also very, very lightweight and slim too, a slim profile. So some of the bags I have slimmer pockets, so something like this would fit in. But like I said here, I think I'm gonna put this and pouch it all up with everything that I need inside it and just put a tag on it, you know, spool antenna, grab and go. So when I go out to the park, I can grab a radio, grab a battery and choose an antenna to experiment with, or bring 2 antennas to experiment with and have a backup. 73s, take care. V3 IPS is out.